Rolling? Heading to go meet Monique for lunch today. She's got a new agent that she brought on her team that has been killing it on doing deals. We've been averaging, I don't know exactly how many it is right now a month, but it's like a minimum of 5 right now. And we've been doing, on average, $30,000 profit per deal. So, you do that math, 5 deals, 30K, that's about, what is that, 150,000 bucks? 5 times 3, 15? Yeah, 150,000 bucks right now a month in revenue just on one relationship with a real estate agent. I am grateful for it, but I want to highlight this because, having these relationships, they're important, right? And this relationship is decade long. I have, both her business as a real estate agent has exploded because of it. My business as a wholesaler has exploded because of it. Her as an agent, she does such a great job of networking with other real estate agents who then bring us opportunities. And because she's licensed and because she speaks realtor and she speaks realtor to other realtors and she's actively working in the wholesale operation with us, it bridges the gap between wholesaler and agent in a way that's actually pretty remarkable. So today we're gonna go have lunch with Monique. We're gonna talk about what she's trying to accomplish for the next year. Typically, we do this once a year. We're not the kind of people who hang out all the time. We're actually anti-meeting. So one of the things you'll probably pick up between Monique and I is that we don't really enjoy doing lunch together because we're so productive. But it's really important to get on the same page for what your goals are for the next year, what we're trying to accomplish, if there's anything that we could do better, any things that we have not been succeeding at, how we can fix those situations, and what is on the horizon. So we're gonna go do that. Let's go eat.
Are you serious that you need to video our lunch?
Yeah.
You're so silly.
No, we have to. It's important.
What's up, buddy?
Bobby's like, yeah, what the fuck? He didn't want to either.
I thought Bobby would just join us for lunch.
Well, he
basically.
can put it down eventually.
Okay.
But what I do want to do is I want to talk about your goals, our goals for the year. And then we can eat in peace.
I was supposed to treat you.
No, it's okay. Let me get the write-off.
You may. This time.
Okay.
Salud.
Salud. It's like alcohol, but not.
Super tasty.
Right?
Way better than that lemonade tea thing.
And it
It's good for the gut.
helps with the guts.
Yeah.
Helps with the guts. So let's do this and then we can kill it.
Awesome.
But I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you, 2023 was great.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of how we did in 2023? Like on a debriefing sort of mission
Find
here?
it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's important for us to look at where we were, kind of appraise where we've been and how it looks, and then make a plan on where we want to go, right? And then we know specifically what steps we need to get there, and then we just execute. That's the one thing that you and I have done from day one is we planned and executed every frickin' thing we have. And it's so crazy how we've actually accomplished it all,
I know. So this is back on the pen.
Do you get recognized when you're out, or when do people from just your being on YouTube and stuff like that? No one's coming up to you like, "Are you Monique Walker?"
Never.
Never.
But that
I'm not
happens
doing a
to
good
you.
enough job. I'm not doing a good enough job with you. I gotta put you out more. I want to make it uncomfortable for you.
I'm open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Thank you.
I have the shrimp bowl with double steak.
This guy.
Perfect. I have the Brussels and kale salmon. And then I have the
I'm here with Jamil, we want to look over our business
No, it's wonderful.
plan
Thank you so much.
for the next 12 months, How many deals did Jamil and I do last year together? Question mark. Let's see if Chris pulls through for us a little bit faster than me looking at a spreadsheet. Because we had this one year, and I want to say it might have been like 20. It was either 21 or 22.
Okay.
Where we killed it. Like we did somewhere between like 35 to 40 transactions.
Yep. Which is
And
quite
I think
a,
it
quite
was
a
just
bit.
really you and me.
Yeah.
It wasn't anybody else.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess that we maybe were at like 20
Okay.
last year.
Okay. Which is low for
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
That's
but
like
we ramped up from the year before
Yes.
because the market was so good.
yeah.
So there wasn't like a huge need.
But I'd say the second half of
22,
last year,
23.
we really started to ramp it up.
Yes.
The first half of last year, we were still kind of like touch and go.
Yeah.
Second half of last year, I feel like we were doing 3 or 4 a month together.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels like we're on that cadence now. Maybe
Right.
like 5. Are we doing like 5-ish right now a month or more? even?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Probably 5-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're making average of 30 grand a pop, right?
Insane.
Which is insane.
Yeah. We do better as the market shifts.
Yes.
And the market turns.
Correct.
There's a greater need for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mhm.
And then I need you more because my clients need you.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's important from a real estate agent's perspective to have that. Look, I'm not. The thing I love about you the most is you are always client focused. It's not about how does Monique make more money. It's not about how does Jamil make more money. It's how do I serve my clients the best. And one of the things that you've recognized, which I think makes you who you are, why you're so good, is that in a shifting market, the client needs me.
Right.
And so keeping this relationship going and making sure that I'm always available and that we have an open line of communication at all times, regardless of how many transactions we're doing, that's your superpower. Is how you're able to keep all of these fires going at the same time.
Yep.
And then you know when you need to fan the flames in one direction to burn that up a little bit more,
Right.
and when another thing needs to kind of sit,
Right.
but not let the fire go out, but like keep it kind of
Yep.
smoldering.
Yep.
And then there's market shifts, and you're like, I got to go over here and warm up over here, which is awesome, right? Because what you do for yourself is what you don't experience that other agents experience a lot is the waviness of your business, right? You're constant.
Pretty consistent. Yeah.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah.
And no one has been consistent on a retail side over the last year and a half. Everybody has suffered.
Yeah, I think it's been a huge benefit to have you
Yeah.
on my team in this shift, right? Because like you said it perfectly, we're doing a lot more deals, and we probably have done like a good 50 transactions just in the last 8 months.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
of the market shift.
Right.
And it's interesting because we talk about probates, and distressed sellers, but a lot of the deals that are coming, like this month, you have 2, and those are my past clients.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, they were ready. One was a really dilapidated property. And you had actually bought one of her other family members' properties like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And maybe like 3
Did she
years
remember
ago.
that? Like, hey, you have that guy.
She's like, you guys did such a great job. Do you remember this house that had like 35 cats? And I was like, no idea. Jamil probably does.
Of course I do. Of course I do. Because
She's like, it was so easy.
Yeah.
It was so great. Like, thank you. We want you to do it again.
Wow.
Like, can you help us again? And so for me to have that resource for my clients is huge, right? And you have to have so many legs in the business, right? And this is one of the legs, right?
Right.
One of the sources. So as a well-rounded agent, you've got to get the best price, for that particular situation.
Exactly. And sometimes speed and convenience is the benefit. And we get the best price for speed and convenience, right?
Right.
So the alternative from a real estate agent's perspective, if you don't have this, is they go to OfferPad or Open Door.
Exactly.
And you lose the business altogether.
Right.
So why not?
And I don't think OfferPad and Open Door are buying the properties though that you're buying.
They're not.
They're not.
They're only taking the stuff that's 1990 or newer. They want, tile roofs. They want no pools. They want A+ school districts.
Yeah.
So their buy boxes have really shrunk. Where I'm going to take Beirut. I'm going to take like war zone areas because it's like that's our bread and butter. I love the crappier the house, the better the deal for me.
I think this is important to say is that, I have other agents.
Yeah.
My other agents have used other wholesalers and they've had shitty situations.
Wow.
And the part that I'm like, you've got to use Jamil, he gives us a price, he doesn't lower the price. I
Right.
mean, occasionally that'll happen, but that's like, for us, I'm just gonna say it's like maybe 5%
Right.
at the most.
Right.
Whereas this particular agent that used another wholesaler, I was like, okay, are you done yet? Because he changes the price on you. He's a pain in the ass. It just doesn't seem like he's aligned with what you're trying to do.
Right.
So it's like, why not come back to Jamil, who will give you a price that's just solid. It's such an easy experience, and it's such a pleasure.
Yeah.
Like working with you, working with Zach, I don't know, it's just smooth.
It is, and it's fun too,
And
right?
it's fun.
Because we're
Exactly.
like we align all the time. We know the goal is service. The goal is service and to perform.
And the market knowledge.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys are good at price.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I challenge you guys a little bit, and I'm like, no, tell me I need to know. I don't want to necessarily try a price.
Right.
But give me more certainty, because I don't want to have to come back to my client. And you guys nail it, 95% of the time, which is awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you. What are our goals for 24 so I can adequately prepare? Because I want to see I want to really know how to plan for this. I know that we've had a pricing goal, profit goal, and we're hitting that.
I know.
Thank you for sharing that with me a couple of years ago, by the way, because when you did, it made it actually, because I was underpricing things. I wasn't going after, because again, my goal is to bat 1,000 with you. But now I'm batting a 950, right? I'm only batting a 950 because we're getting a little bit more aggressive on what we're trying to create for opportunities for us, right?
Right.
But you'd rather a 95% success rate with greater profit margins than a 100% success rate with lower profit margins, correct?
Right.
So knowing that, and thank you for giving me the numbers, and thank you for that will keep between us.
It's amazing how
Yeah.
if you create standards, if you create goals, it's amazing how our mind focuses on that and we just make that happen,
Yeah.
right?
Subconsciously.
Subconsciously, exactly. Both, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to do what's best for the client, and then we also want a win-win situation.
Right.
So I don't see a reason why we wouldn't do at least 50 transactions.
I think in the year, I think we can do better than that.
Yeah.
I feel like we can average 8 a month.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
I think so. Is there a marketing tool that I can help you with? For instance, we've done really well with probate, right? But I've got a direct-to-seller tool right now that I'm using that I'll give you access to
Okay.
for lead lists and skip tracing, where you just put it into your dialer and go.
Awesome.
And I'll cover the expense of the lists.
Okay.
But I can. Okay, so if you call in like a regular high equity list, the average number of times a seller will be prepared to sell in that kind of a list is 1%. So you talk to 100 people, one of them will be a potential lead, right? And that can get exhausting. You're really good on the phones, but you're calling canceled expireds, where there's a greater likelihood of them wanting to sell because they just got out of a situation, right? Even that is, what would you say, 25% hit rate?
If that.
If that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this year it's been super tough for me to convert expired and canceled.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it just because of like poor expectations set prior with their last agent, or unrealistic expectations of a seller? What's the major?
No, I just think there's such a big volume of people calling that if you're not one of the first to call and get that and have that great conversation, they're going to stop answering because there's like hundreds of people calling.
Got it.
And it just seems like a higher volume. I think January, all the realtors were really motivated. Like, you know, it's January 1st and we're all going to be calling. So I feel like it's starting to die down a little bit. So it'll probably get better over time.
It's like the gym.
It's the gym, totally.
That is so funny. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I have a secret weapon for you.
We need another source to call.
I got it.
Oh,
So I recently created a platform in partnership with an AI company.
okay.
And what they do is they've collected 40 years of data on what is a predictor of a home sale. And they'll look at things like, you know, a magazine subscription got canceled, somebody forwarded a mailing address, somebody in that household had an extended family member pass away, somebody in that household graduated from college, somebody in that household had a medical situation. So not the owner of the property. We're talking
okay.
now about household
dynamics.
members and
Okay.
dynamics within, right? That create familial pressure to have a sale event. Now, a lot of the data that they've compiled, all of it was legally obtained, but some of it can't be legally disclosed because of privacy issues.
Okay.
But with the data that they've been able to obtain, they have been able to increase the likelihood of a sale event from the data source to 16%. From 1 to 16.
Holy moly.
So you have a 16 times greater chance of that person wanting to sell than if you were to just call a high equity list. So here's my goal. Every month, I will pull for you the list and so they score it in 3 ways. One is a retail score, one is a wholesale score, and one is a rental score, okay? So what is the likelihood that it'll sell retail? What is the likelihood this will sell wholesale? What is the likelihood that this will be sold to a landlord,
Okay.
a buy and hold person, okay? And they give you a score out of 1,000. So what I'll do for you is I'll pull a list that has a score of like 600 and above in those 3 factors.
Okay.
So you're not wasting time.
Yeah.
Okay? Maybe even 700,
That's
we'll
great.
tweak it.
Yeah.
We'll tweak it so that it's a big enough list for you to actually have meat, but not so big that it's like, dude, I'm not gonna call all these people, right? Like,
What do you think per month? How many people does it pull per month?
well,
around that grade?
it depends
that
on
score?
what that score is, right? So if we go down to 500, we might get a list of 3,000.
Oh, okay.
If we go to 600, that list might come to 1,500.
Okay.
If we go to 700, 800, that list might be 500.
Okay.
So you tell me how curated and how short you want that list, because the shorter that list, the more curated that list will be. So you just tell me. If you say, I want...
So you said, like, Monique, what's the vision? My vision is just you and I doing 50 transactions.
Okay.
But I want to bring 2 other agents, if not 3 other agents on board
Okay.
that are also each doing 25 transactions.
Okay.
So I think with this list, obviously, I'm going to have the best success rate, but I can coach these other agents to have a
Awesome.
really good conversion rate as well.
Awesome.
So it's really not 50, it's more like 100.
Okay.
But I need more human capital. That's my biggest challenge at the moment.
It's
In fact,
people.
It's people. Yep. Is agents that want to hustle. They're coachable, like they're hungry, they have to sell, and they want accountability.
Right.
Because that's why I think I have such few agents right now, is because they don't want to be kept accountable Monday through Thursday. I give them Friday off. But Monday through Thursday, 8 to 11, we're on Zoom and we're calling.
You know what's interesting to me, because it's only 3-hour commitment a day.
Yeah.
But like, how lazy do you have to be to not want to have just 3 hours of like commitments a day? Like what is that?
All
Holy
realtors
crap.
need to be on the phone for 3 hours a day. That's what we do, right? We talk to people. So why not be super efficient and all do it together all at the same time, right? So it's a real, like, I really think that God is blessing me to bless 2 other people at a really, really high level. Because each of those agents, absolutely the first year will do 24 transactions, if not more.
So what you and I are going to do today, we've got Hot Bobby with us. We're going to make,
He's hot.
you and I, he's super hot. He's like a Brad Pitt-ish looking, he's like a Brad Pitt that doesn't shower.
Oh no.
No, he does shower.
I think we need to shower and put some cologne on.
He does shower. But look at him. He's getting a big head. He already has a big head, but let's not say anything. He's like, keep it coming, keep it coming. But what we'll do is you and I make a reel today that I can post on my social media, and it'll be specifically for you. So as a call to action, I'll say, hey, if you want to join Monique's team, this is like one of the highest producing teams in all of Arizona. She wants you to make, she wants to do 50 deals with you this year. She can help you get that. But you have to have these 3 things. You got to be available 8 to 11 to be on a Zoom to make calls. Do they need to be local?
No.
Okay. But they need to be licensed here in Arizona. Okay. You need to be licensed in Arizona or be willing to get a license in Arizona, or you don't want to go that far back.
So here's the thing: is like 5. We have high standards. 5 years of experience. It could be, let's just say 3. Let's say 3 years of experience.
Okay.
Somewhere between 7 to 10 transactions a year.
Okay.
Because I need to know that they've already produced on their own, right? And then all the other stuff. The hungry, have to work, hustle, good mindset.
Okay. So we will create that ad today, and I will post it on my socials. Post it on my YouTube, I'll post it on my IG, post it on my Facebook, and I'll just have them email you directly so that I'm not involved, and then let me know how it works. Cool?
Text me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
You want them to text you? So I'm going to give your phone number out on social media today?
No. I did that once and that was crazy.
Yeah.
You're right. I think email is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just saying.
I love it. You did blow my phone up.
I like doing that.
Thank you. Yeah. On this, I will definitely welcome the help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, goal for 24. 80 deals between us. 50 to 80, let's call it. We're on track for 50. Let's bump it a bit.
Yeah.
I think this new list will get us there.
Yep.
We're gonna have to structure it a little bit differently because there's a huge cost for me on the list. So
Okay.
I don't know how we'll have to structure the contract in a way that I can get reimbursed for that. So I might have to go to me to Keegley kind of thing. We'll work that. I'll figure that out because that's a little bit because they won't reimburse me, which is the problem. Which is fine, but I at least don't want to be losing money to be making money. You know what I mean? So, but easy to figure that part out. This data, Monique, the skip tracing is so good on this data that you barely get disconnected numbers. You barely get wrong numbers. It's like you call and oh my God, there's so many Hispanic people on this list.
Oh yeah?
And I fuck up all of those calls. I'm like, hola.
Have you called this list?
Yeah,
before?
I do it live on YouTube.
Oh wow.
And it's like incredible, but they're like mainly Hispanic people and I always F those calls up. I'm so bad, right? Because I'm like, casa vende, por favor. And they're like laughing on the other side. They're like, what an idiot.
Right.
This stupid gringo. But you are perfect because you're bilingual.
Yeah.
And you're really good at Spanish.
So what does the conversation look like? when you
It's
call them?
yeah, you're calling and it's like any direct to seller. It's just like, hi, Monique Walker. I have a client right now who's like desperately looking to buy a property, and in your area. I'm sorry to disturb you if you're not interested in selling, but I'm one of those proactive people. When I know that there's a need for somebody, I like just get out there and start knocking on doors and making phone calls, and that's why I'm here today. Would you be interested in selling your house if you got a good price for it?
Okay.
And then just open that conversation.
Okay.
Be you.
Yeah.
There's nothing, there's no like, there's no bait and switch here, no craziness, no trickery. It's just, hey, I'm Monique. I represent a guy who's like desperate, and I wanna do some business with you if you're open to it. And I think that you're gonna find a lot of success in that. Because this list is freaking powerful. The people that have been using it have like I get hit up daily from people like, dude, what happened? How did you? Because I used to promote another company that is in the same business, lists and skip tracing.
Yeah.
They were really good once upon a time, but over time, something happened. I think that it may have, I don't want to speak for them, but I feel like the data quality really started to decrease.
Okay.
And it could have just been an economics thing, like where they were buying their data might have gotten too expensive. And so they made a switch, but that switch was like detrimental to the point of, I used to do a live stream where I would call on their data, and for like 15, 30 minutes, it would only be wrong numbers or disconnected.
Yeah.
And that would get embarrassing, right? It would get embarrassing because I'm literally here for like 30 minutes, and it's like, the number you have called has been disconnected. And then I was finding myself being like dishonest because I wasn't letting people hear how often the number was disconnected. So I wouldn't put the speaker on unless the phone would ring. And so I just it didn't align with me ethically at a point where I was like, I got to continue doing this. And so I just broke the relationship, ended my contract, and now I'm a free agent. And since being a free agent, I have the ability to not have money be the thing that pulls the string.
Yeah.
Which,
the quality.
Yeah, it's the quality now, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I got involved with them in the first place, because once upon a time the quality was there, but it's changed. And so
when you're calling, are you strictly calling just the wholesale list?
When I'm calling the retail and the wholesale. I'm calling anything that scores above. I call anything that scores above 800. Okay. Because I just want a small list, right? Like I want it to be the most curated, smallest, most concentrated list possible. I'm gonna loosen the parameters for you a little bit. So what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna go score over 500, absentee owner, tax delinquent, and high equity. So that list is going to be, they're going to have equity, they're not going to be living in the property, they're going to be absentee owner, and they're going to be tax delinquent, and it's going to have a wholesale. So the other AI parameters of, did somebody change a moving address, or was there a magazine subscription, or did the cell phone number change? All of those little things that are on the hush hush that they're pulling data on, that will be coupled in addition to absentee owner, tax delinquency, and so the list that you're gonna get is the super list. It's like,
Yay.
It's like legit. I'm excited about that.
That's exciting.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
I'm really like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. So how many other people have access to it? I mean, you can pull your own criteria, so everyone's pulling something a little different. Okay. Yep. So there could be, not that I really care, because we're all calling the same people anyway.
Right. Right.
But do they limit the number of people that have access to this, or?
I can say this. I'm the only one in Arizona who has specific access to it. And people that I've told about that are in Arizona are using it, and that number is small. So it's a blue ocean.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be like a beluga whale, and there'll be nothing but anchovies. That's what they eat, right?
That's the only
Whales eat
time I want to be what is it?
Beluga whale.
Beluga whale. Beluga.
Was this the only time I got away with calling a woman a whale and having her chuckle?
Yeah, don't do that again.
All right, deal. We're doing it. Okay.
That's exciting.
So I can start getting you that list
That's exciting.
today, tomorrow.
Sweet.
like immediately.
Awesome.
So before we finish this conversation, how many records would you like? What would be a good number of records for me to give to you every month so that you had enough and your agents had enough? Like Amanda, is Melanie still with you? Okay.
Just Amanda and I know.
Why?
And
She's so
and I
good.
are saying, I know. But you know what it is? It's shiny objects. You know, you get distracted by things instead of just doing what works, you know, in life. And you know what we do? Sometimes when you're on my team and you see the success, you know, you want to do it yourself. So this has happened before. So you never know, right? But I also have an ISA, so I would say that a good number would be probably no more than 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I think keeping it somewhere between maybe like 500 to 700 is a sweet spot, and then under 1,000.
Okay, then I'm gonna really turn up the AI on that.
Yeah.
Probably 700 score and above. Oh, Mo, I'm so excited for you to track it and tell me, like, I want you to verify it's 16%. Yeah, because with 1,000, that means that you should be able to pull 160 leads out of that. And then, you know, a lead, I mean, this should pull over time like 5 to 10 deals.
I want 5 extra deals, 5 to 10 extra deals. I'm ready to receive.
Okay. Let me get that pulled right now. I'm like, why wait, right?
You got it at your fingertips?
I can, yeah.
Are these new?
Yeah, 12/12. That's my birthday.
I got your birthday super early this year.
One more time?
I said I was super early this year.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's also the date that I moved to Phoenix, right? 12/12/12. I moved here December 12th, 2012. And moving to Phoenix was my life change. It's like how everything in my life changed was by coming here.
I didn't want to interrupt.
What's up?
But I follow you.
How you doing, bro?
I'm not in your industry. I built Taco Bells and KFCs, but
Yeah.
your ad was the only ad that I was like, dude, this guy's hilarious.
Thank
And
you, man.
And I followed you.
Thank
because
you.
of-
Appreciate
yeah.
that. What's your name?
Wes.
Wes?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
What do you do here?
Right now, we're taking a little bit of a break, so we do a lot. We're building a lot in Desert Mountain, and we do a lot of remodels in Scottsdale.
Oh, cool, dude.
And we're doing a bunch of remodels. You know, the waterfront.
Yeah.
We're doing like 16 of them.
In the building.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you like that? Can you set your own comps because you're in there, like in one building? Is that what you're finding?
For the waterfront,
Yeah.
we're just operating as GC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
so-
doing it for them.
Correct, for different clients.
So you're a general contractor?
Correct.
Can I have a card? Or can I get your phone number or your IG or something?
Yes, let me send you.
Are you available for contract? Like if I needed a job done or something?
Yeah, of course.
I do new construction, but I do it in like South and West Phoenix.
Yeah.
Builder grade, where are you at per square foot right now?
It varies, and it's fluctuated a lot recently. We're mainly we're digging in. We do a bunch of KFC's, Taco Bells.
Okay.
For new construction.
You know, Taco Bell was my first job.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I know my way around to Taco Bell.
It's not a bad first shot.
It wasn't a bad first job. It was all right, but I know my way around to Taco Bell pretty good.
Yeah. The Taco Bell's the fine one. You eat KFC, you don't want to eat there.
Don't want to eat there? Oh, I like KFC. I shouldn't. Also, this is my friend Monique. She's a real estate agent.
Say hi.
She's a real estate agent in town, and she's constantly got clients that sometimes want to. You got people that want to remodel, right? So I'll share your contact info with her too. Do me a favor and just put your full name and number in here, and I'll send you a plan that we've got. And if there's you want to bid it out for me,
Yeah, of course.
kind of let me know where you'd be at on that.
And if there's anything we can't do, well, I'll just tell you and give you somebody who can.
Appreciate
That
that.
can do it correctly. That's
Awesome,
important.
awesome. That's great. Do you think like 135, 140 a foot for builder grade single family right now is still about in line?
Well, it depends on your materials. It depends on how you're.
I'll give you the spec of what I have. I have one right now on the market. I'll send you the link for it. Look at it. It was like, like a very low grade luxury vinyl product on the floor. $500 slab for the stone in the kitchen. Very basic shaker cabinets.
Please handle.
It's
How big is the slab? 45 square feet.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah, that's builder grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. It really just depends. I need a re-update. We did a lot of development stuff back in the day, but we've been doing all luxury stuff recently. We still have obviously great prices because the commercial work.
Yeah.
If we don't
But,
sell this property to this buyer,
but I'd love to take a look at it.
I'm afraid I'll lose the
Sweet.
listing period.
You never know who you're gonna meet a flower child,
The other interesting thing is we have our own fabrication shop, but we do cabinetry and countertops as well.
Okay, cool, dude.
Because when I started my career, I was doing new construction in Arcadia.
Okay.
So I was doing them in college. It was kind of psychotic.
Wes Davis. Cool, dude. Pleasure, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
But basically, and then just send me your contact.
Yeah,
card from
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But basically, I was really frustrated because there was a lot of waste on bids. Specifically, the highest margin of error was your countertops.
Right.
Because you're getting quotes for, it was like, back in 2016, it was like hieroglyphs. You're like, how much per fucking square foot is it? Nobody tells you.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Right.
GC doesn't know, he's marking it up. The
It is
fabricator
technical.
doesn't know. Everybody's marking it up, and then you're paying for some bastard quote. So we actually just started our own fabrication shop. So something that's interesting, we have like a lot of surplus material. People cancel things.
Okay. So that you can use that in smaller jobs and whatnot.
We use it all the time.
Great.
When we do flips, I mean,
great.
Have you worked on any historic homes?
Any what?
Historic homes?
Historic, we did one, and it was
A nightmare.
yeah, a little bit of a nightmare.
They can be hard.
No, it was just
Would
complicated.
you like another nightmare?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay.
I like complicated stuff. The waterfront so far has been the most.
Oh, with the HOA, I'm sure.
Well, the building, the neighbors, everybody, like it's nuts. And the time frame we're doing that project, we literally lifted the interior ceilings and are modifying like the pad and doing all stuff on the 7th floor. And so we're like talking to the neighbors, getting them, doing their electrical so we can move ours, and we can put the island electrical in, and all sorts of great. Now the loading dock, it's super complicated.
Wow.
All the fire suppression and everything's interwoven together with the electrical, the HVAC, and then the timeline that we're doing, it's like super condensed. But the clients over there, the average remodel in there is like $1 to $2 million for like 1,000 square foot unit. And so, but the key was that you got price, quality, and you have speed.
Speed, yeah.
You only have two.
Yeah.
And so over there, the price goes up and the quality and speed continues.
Yeah.
But there has never been anything that we've done as complicated as that. The only thing that's almost as complicated was when we're doing a Frito-Lay factory, where they make all the Dorito chips and stuff in Casa Grande.
Yeah.
Their ceiling, because the heat from when they're baking the corn, the ceilings are literally like the FRP is like falling in the grid, literally disintegrating the metal. And so we have to go in there and have the forklifts that go up over the huge freaking fryers.
And this is your company doing it?
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
congratulations, man. You got a big
Like
footprint. You're doing a lot of
house
stuff.
Is nothing for you. A little house is nothing.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
like Frito-Lay's warehouse and
I like doing.
dude, that's great. Congrats.
complicated- I think
cool.
of myself as I'm like the construction mercenary.
Love
when
that.
There's shit that they can't figure out.
They call you.
They eventually get to me, and then I do it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I have
I'll let you get your lunch, but I'll
Well, I appreciate you guys talking.
of course,
I have a
man.
messy
Of
one.
course. I'm
I
gonna
have a
share
messy
your.
one for you.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna share the information.
You guys are doing tremendous. You guys do great content. We do so much insane shit on a daily basis, like crazy.
Well, what's your IG? Say it to the camera.
It is Wesley.Alexander, and that's just right on Instagram.
Cool. This is gonna get chopped up, and we'll collab with you on that.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
All right,
You
bro.
guys.
nice to meet
Of
you.
course. Cool.
You just never know.
You never know who you're going to meet at a flower child.
Forward his info to me.
Right now.
I've got a really good historic home. It might be one for you. There's
No.
like cracking like in between the walls.
Okay.
And I'm like, A, we should fix the walls first. B, my investor would love to come in and give you an offer.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably fix your crazy settling cracks now.
Yeah.
To get the best price. Because like when they're on the interior of the wall, there's not adjacent to, the lining of the roof or the ceiling. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like right in the middle
Yeah.
of the wall.
It's right there. Okay. I think we're done filming now.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys. One of my best friends, a decade-long relationship from agent outreach. We just went over our 2024 goals. We're going to do anywhere between 50 to 80 deals. Monique is going to start working more direct to seller, which I'm getting from Dr. Deal Junkie, which if you haven't checked out Deal Junkie, go to drdealjunkie.com. The best direct to seller data. Monique is going to be testing it. We're going to keep you guys up to date with how it's been working, but 16 times more powerful than just your average high equity list. And the goal is for us to build a team. So if you are in Arizona and you're a licensed real estate agent and you want to work on Monique Walker's team, the commitment, 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. So Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. You're going to have to be on the phones with her. But imagine having to do 3 hours of work and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I do it with you.
Yeah, she's on the phones with you. It's like,
coaching you.
She's not like just be on the
Doing
phones
it with you.
and then she's like, I'm not going to do it. She's with you. So make sure you reach out to her. What's the email?
It is Monique at MoniqueSells.com.
Send her a resume. I love you.
Love you. Thanks, man.
Thank you. You're the shit.
Hey, so next episode is going to be at Radiate Hot Yoga. You and me, baby. Yes.
That was a real cool meeting that I had to have with Monique. So, if you guys have high-level agents that you're working with, make sure you take the time to connect, right? Remember that this is a relationship. It's not transactional. You have to put that equity in. You got to put that work in. Make sure that you're getting some face time, that you're looking after each other. One of the major questions that I asked Monique is, how much do you want to make per deal? And then that gave me an understanding of what I could do to help her meet her goals. It wasn't just about how much I wanted to make per deal. I actually let that be secondary. I thought, okay, if I can serve her in a way where I'm meeting her expectations or exceeding her expectations in every transaction that we do, then I'm going to be the go-to for her in more instances than not. And because I've been able to do that, you guys saw what it is. This relationship is bananas. I love them, but they don't like me because you don't like or subscribe to my channel. You just watch my videos and then you don't even subscribe. You just take and take and take and take and take and take and take, and all I ask was for a free subscribe. A free subscribe is all you gotta do is subscribe. Like it.